filter on and show my real beauty. Anyway, y'all, so I was watching this video about when women aim low. So they was talking in the video. I like this lady Chloe because she talk about hypergamy and just putting women on game, right? So in the video, she's talking about how some women are placeholders, meaning you're a placeholder until the man find out when he find who he really want. The reason why I like showing y'all these videos, so including myself, we could start making better choices and better decisions when it comes to men. I've been saying this. When a man like you, it's not going to be excuses. When you his dream girls, he going to look out for you. When he wants you, he going to make it right. It ain't going to be all these excuses. Look at these excuses he's saying about, we need to save money, we need to do this. He don't like her. Because for what the girl they like, they do what they need to do for the girl they really want and the girl they really like. And this is why I'm so glad I'm single. And this is why I'm so glad I didn't settle. And this is why I'm glad I stopped chasing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you could be chasing and don't know you chasing. Thinking about a person all the time. Get that person out your energy, especially if they showed you they don't fuck with you like that. Like, believe what a man's saying. When he say he don't want a relationship, believe that. When he tell you all kind of dirty shit, believe that. Even when an argument, right? All that shit be coming out and it be how they really feel. So I want women to put themselves first and start loving themselves. Because guess what? There's a guy out there for you. You just got to do the work and stop settling. And that's what I had to start doing. Stop settling. Stop picking low. Stop trying to be a helper. Stop trying to show him how you feel. Because when men like a girl, it ain't going to be all that. All that them dudes be doing to y'all and me, it be excuses. Because if they really like you, they going to do what they need to do for you. It ain't going to be all that. You heard me? For the girl that they really like, them niggas be spending bread. I'm telling you. Like, for real. I've been on both sides of the coin. You understand what I'm saying? So, I feel like now, me being an older girl, a teeny now, I got to put y'all on game. And not putting y'all on game ignorantly, putting y'all on game and educating y'all for real. I know I sung if you don't trick, don't fuck and all this. It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to like yourself more than you like them. You got to love yourself more than you like them. You heard me? Your girl Legendary Miss T, short version of True T. Okay?
Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to The New Feminine, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber to our Soft Power community, then hello and hi and welcome. So before I quickly get into the heart and soul of this clip, this viral clip, in my opinion, does need more context, as most clips do not tell the entire whole story. But a lot of you have sent this to me and have wanted my feminine insight and my feedback on why women do things such as this. So take a quick listen and I will be back with the rest of my commentary.
Every time I turn around, you want to go somewhere. Can we sit and save some money? Like, I don't want to just keep spending. Every time I turn around, it's just like constant spending. I'm going to kind of be constant saving, like, geez, like straight up. Always got to be spending money. It's just
money.
Now, my thing is, by the time that you are secretly video recording your man about his cheapness or his frugalness, you've already lost the plot on what it means to be in a provided for dynamic. A lot of women, they come online because they are not being loved or poured into correctly, and then they come online and they binge watch a lot of performative level up content, and then they compare themselves to the women who are being provided for against their own very frustrating, lopsided relationships. And then they get very salty when they realize that not only are they not in a hypergamous dynamic, but that they are being groomed to want less by their man. or they are being completely shafted by their man, only to realize that they are on the short end of the receiving stick. So the age-old question now remains, will this woman leave or stay in her unsatisfying situation? Or is she just trying to shame her man into wanting to spend more money on her? And more importantly, can men be shamed into providing? Now, I have been saying this since the beginning of my platform, and this is the number one reason why I do not lecture women about their personal choices. I make these case study videos for those of you who have walked in these same painful shoes. I make these kinds of wake-up call videos for women who are currently living in these same shoes. And for those of you who see yourselves in the women that are making these kinds of struggle videos and who are making these kinds of disempowering and very immature decisions. That is what case studies are for. But I've said this before on my channel, but a woman can complain and shame as the day is long. But most women will only get up from the table when they are completely full and not a minute sooner, or when the bottom of humiliation falls out, whichever one comes first. Because in the game of life, those are her Keisha Coleslaw lessons to learn. And some women are clearly more hard-headed or are more institutionalized and are more damaged than others. But for the new eyes and ears that are on this channel, there are a lot of helpful and hopeful videos on this platform. And one of my most popular videos is the placeholder woman. And the woman in this clip is exactly how placeholder women are treated. They are given just enough to keep them on a leash, but nothing too overboard to make them feel cherished, adored, special, and poured into the way that the feminine divine needs and wants and desires. And ladies, men absolutely do not learn when you shame them or lecture them, and those childish tactics that some women like to use most definitely does not eat in the way that women expect them to. Men learn when you leave them, because a man is wired to only respect your actions. And a confident feminine woman who knows that she is the prize is a leaver, and she will never treat a man like he is the period at the end of her life sentence.
Why are women everywhere choosing Abby X, the new tummy tuck alternative?
That is true confidence. Simples. But once you are already locked into a 50-50 dynamic or an unsatisfying dynamic, the precedent has been set. And it is very difficult to shift your 50-50 dynamic into something that it could never be, especially if your man is not financially capable of fully providing. And a lot of women tend to want to go hypergamous fishing in a broke pond. This is why I am always talking about social climbing, because a lot of women fish in broke ponds only to turn around and get super angry when their man will need them to wear their pants and to be in their masculine in order for them to help each other make ends meet, which is very frustrating for the feminine divine. And that is what will normally cause a woman to be up in the middle of the night on a Google search or spiraling down in a TikTok rabbit hole looking for answers on how to get her dusty or her 50-50 man to comply. But at the end of the day, the womanhood rule is that a woman will always get what she tolerates from a man when she doesn't have the courage to walk away from a love story that absolutely sucks. Because when a man is truly in love with you, ladies, he will give you the shirt off of his back at whatever economic level he's on. And it will always hurt a woman's ego to hear this. But when you are a man's dream girl, this behavior from him is what will usually happen. When you are his dream girl, he will always engineer you to accept less. He will always try to turn off the faucet of your desire and wanting nice things because he doesn't want to be responsible for pouring into your femininity. And instead, when your man sees you as a work mule, he will find 1,001 ways to do the bare minimum, and he will not spend or splurge on you in a way that will make you feel like the most cherished, beautiful woman in the world. And don't even begin to mention leisure around certain kinds of men, and you're definitely not resting more than your man, who only sees you as the woman who is good enough for right now. So sorry to this woman, but will she leave or keep recording secret clips for the court of public opinion's entertainment? Ladies, do not turn into a professional placeholder or a professional victim, and do not wait until you are mentally or spiritually decomposing or until you're 95 years old to get the hint that this is as good as it's going to get, especially if you want more, and especially if you want to be the damsel in distress. So that is all that I have to say on this for now. But to get this conversation started, can a man be forced to be a hypergamous provider? Have you ever tried to shame your man into treating you better? And how did that work out for you and your love story? And as always, I thank you ladies for sharing, for liking, and for subscribing to all of the lessons and to all of the conversations that are shared on this platform. And please stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch up with you ladies and lurkers and ear hustlers in the next one.
Girls, we are just not meant to be working 9 to 5s. We are not meant to be slaving away, grinding with the men. It literally makes no sense. Like, men wake up with 1,000 units of testosterone coursing through their blood every 24 hours. And we wake up and we're different, like literally every week because of our cycle. One week we are in pain, we are bleeding, we are lying on the ground. Another week we finally have energy again. Another week we're irritable. Listen, ladies, if you cannot like hang on and push yourself any longer, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. This system was built by men for men. We don't have cycles every month. And while I'm never ever going to say a woman cannot achieve, because we have been overachieving over the men if you look at all the statistics, which is just absolutely incredible given how much harder it is just for us to biologically grind that way. But research also shows women need to rest more, women need way more sleep. So if you can find anything, any way to go down to part-time, work from home, do a little bit less without beating yourself up, do not feel bad for prioritizing your mental health. Do not feel bad, ladies, for caring about having an emotional life, for caring about having enough rest. What I did was I became a content creator and I completely control my schedule. It is 3 p.m. right now. I'm literally in my bed resting. I can film content whenever I want, wherever I want. I've made 6 figures from doing this, and it gave me the time and the space to choose which environments I wanted to be in, to be allowed to rest whenever I wanted, to travel, to fulfill myself in other ways. Don't let a system that's not built for you keep you trapped and feeling worthless about yourself, but finding ways to make your life easier, to not be having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, be in depression, be in chronic burnout. You have to find another way, girls. Your happiness, your health is non-negotiable.
Someone say this, and it's too good not to share. Sometimes the universe says no because you're aiming too low. Yeah, let that sink in.